Tracks converge at a timely message. The memorial honors past and recent genocide. Doesn't matter one's identity. Respect and tolerance coalesce, not divide. I'm here now due to Russians oppressing my Jewish grandparents at the turn of the previous century. Some escaped, but others perished, and again soon after due to the Nazis. Never again. Just after the 80th year since the Allies invaded Normandy's beaches, I'm so sickened by the extremist views here, echoes resounding Hitler's propaganda fear. They're not very far from right-wing reaches. Above the law, not what Jesus preaches. Heroes slain by Palpatinian, insidious, hideous rage, and for what? Order? Toxicity, disorder, fascist odor. Don't think I'm a commie just 'cause I question. Knee-jerk reactions are social media regression. I'm not just pro this, I'm not just pro that. Justice and peace for humanity, not a one-size-fits-all hat. But fiction's friction scrapes the facts, turning in their graves as 45 raves, 34 counts and counting, evidence beyond mounting. Okay, Bono, time to calm the political waves. Left, right, center, breathe near Jedi fountain. Golden Gate bridging civility raised, not a free-for-all or a censoring stage. And you can't have the valley without the mountain. La, turn the page. Berkeley, 60s center of free speech heights. University, universality, the meek and the might. Who really owns what's wrong and right? Sometimes the heavy is heard in the light. Now People's Park will be student housing, but here are the keys of expressive notes. Homeless were there among whimsical art, complicated issues like bike parking lot hope. We do what we can without losing our minds. daily choices for all of Earth kind. We wanted to start a vegetarian drive-thru back in our idealistic college days. Down the street where our daughter resides, Yummy Amy's is not that far away. Woke up outside our Airbnb. Melancholic memories in the scent. Geraniums take me back to hide and seek. Whoever was it came and went. I lie there still in the apartment bushes. Came in handy when a bully taunted us. Range-free childhood had its pluses and minuses. Delicious breakfast and drinks at Twins Cafe. Fueled up for adventures, send me on my way. Old school refresher from our Humboldt days. Old school wheels, cherry raspberry display. Rusted roots back to the earth. Baby redwoods come out to play. Then a stroll around urban Roberts Lake. There's another brewery outside its wake. Another time, perhaps, as we are in the mood for pizza, saw that Pliny the Elder on tap was featured. Though the next part is pretty personal, maybe you're able to relate how intertwined our life's choices are, woven within a web of fate. Old and new reflection on this fine Father's Day, from my familial discovery, August 23, beyond Psych 101, connecting Humboldt to the Bay. Three fathers are all a fractional puzzle of me as one. Present, absent, I'll attempt to process. Spirals and circles spinning, but I got this. Just a handful of memories from the first one I knew. They got divorced around when the Beatles were through. Didn't see my dad Nathan much after. Died when I was 8. Stepdad comes along next with an unhinged rage. Drank way more than just beer and wine, but showed me California's bounty, truly divine. The North Coast he called God's country. He shared the Sierras from Tahoe to Lone Pine. For all of that, I mistake him plenty. Redwood Highway, still my favorite sign. Third one, I never knew. So let's get back, JoJo, a nickname I heard when that song came out. When I was 1 + 2. JoJo's a nickname I heard when that song was out, but I didn't know. 'Twas a reference to my half-bro. Here's how all this came about. In the glory days of the whiskey go-go, take red pill or blue. How much do I want to know? No. How false, how true. There's just a preliminary Matrix show that's due, so I didn't expect me more than Ashkenazi Jew. Knew my sister was 100%, a quite simple stew. Then I got my results on 23andMe. Surprise, surprise, 45% from the Isle Sicily. And a dash of Italian, North African, Levantan, Arab, Sardinian, a smidge Irish, and 3% Greek. Letting a percentage sink in this past unprecedented week. So I clicked on the father side of the family tree. Thought I was signed in to the wrong account. Signed back in, curiosity's mount. A few second and third cousins were further from me. Then a nearby branch, maybe a cousin of mine. Luckily, she replied and was affable, interesting, and kind. Connected to figure out more of this confounded find. Collected each other's thoughts over an hour. Russian Hill viewpoint, Coit Tower. More and more revealed beyond serendipitous signs. Not her Jewish but Mona Lisa side. First, she was surprised I worked in Reseda, as she once lived over there. Where there is no freeway, by the way, Mr. Tom Petty, R.I.P., though he lives on in here. Anyway, lots of details to share. Let's see. More twists and turns than Lombard Street. Flowery history where connections meet. Her father, like mine, was separate from her mother early on. She told me his original last name was hyphened. And so on, and ending with that Mozart opera playing downtown. Chatted with her mom too, the suspense was heightened. Joseph, first name, Italian last name, lost on U.S. ground. Her dad's middle name, you won't believe it's true, Paul, and she said his voice sounds almost like you. No one knows at all how I got the name Paul. Lindsay's dad is also a ham operator, and I'm an internet DJ. I had to take a few deep breaths, then hit my mental replay. The first surname before the hyphen made me think of the Bay, Castro, San Francisco, Castro District, just southeast of the Haight. Then she asked her mom what were her dad's parents' names. I wait, as I keep thinking Bay Area, but not San Fran. Got a text back. Judy and Joseph, synapses ran. So there were two Joes, Joseph Paul Jr., her dad, Joseph Paul Sr., mine? Something's on the tip of my nose. Then bam, that was the sign. Realization, East Bay town. My mom's best friend left our valley and was San Leandro bound. And Castro Valley's up there too. Judy Castro, I proclaim. She took 9-year-old me to ride the Berkeley mini train, a favorite childhood memory refrain. I had to take Genevieve recently on a ride and relive 9-year-old experiences through her eyes. I text my brother to ask, what is the name of Judy's ex? Joe, and he was Italian. This is completely insane. So many questions I can't contain. X marks the spot on this mystery complex. So then I text my half-niece back and ask if Judy lived in San Leandro. Her mom wonders how I knew that. And we're all from the valley, San Fernando. Out of the bag comes the cat. Castro Giovanni. Holy cannoli, how about that? And my grandpa's name is Salvatore? My school director says Castro Giovanni is likely named after a town. Googly eyes over Google search finds Enna, navel of Sicily ground. Castle on a cliff, protected and perched. Perhaps next year, Italy bound? Decades later, nobody knew a thing. What an experience all around, yet surreal. I came out of a fling. It's not what you fling, but the fling itself, of what this life is going to bring and what you bring to it, no matter the circumstance. This learning curve is interesting, whether it's destiny or happenstance, or both. Don't need to judge, but acknowledge its truth. Rationally bound, scientific proof. Meanwhile, embracing that distant shore, tempest fugit, poof. The silence of anyone's past may speak volumes in the future. In self-equalization, how much is nature, how much is nurture? Judy and Joe were our neighbors. So many scenarios to spin. Whatever happened, happened. Nothing was talked about then. We'll see where the story goes, not going into sainthood or sin. What matters is now, and now again. Reset and begin, and again. It doesn't discount the richness of our own daughter's growth, but it's all stuff to work through. A new half-sibling I'm getting to know. Very interesting conversations we've had. Life is complicated. Offspring and dads. His birthday, though 10 years later, is one before mine. He's married to a social worker, like me, another unfolded rhyme. Found Joe Sr.'s obituary, aerospace expert in that field. 2 other half-siblings are out there, but not able to be revealed yet. It says he loved to play the organ. A friend of mine had one pumped by air. I was in his home after our trip to the Bay. Got to Get You Into My Life was on the turntable that day. He wanted to go outside, but I started to play, along with the brass on the plastic keys. Fast forward to a trip when I visited Genevieve. Something drove me to see Jack London Square. A few days later, Joe told me this. It was Judy's favorite place to eat. Watching the sunset was her bliss, and there Joe and my mom would last meet. After Judy's funeral, they'd reminisce. Talking Heads' Parallel Universe song on. And as I walk away, Get Back echoes out to sea. It's all too much from these hearts of 3. Eureka! Yukon Gold right here, though my mom was Canadian. And no, not West Coast, but land of Acadian. And I wouldn't have got my Humboldt on, but on that trip back in 1974, my stepdad drove us with his kettle and truck to fix Judy's roof while we go to explore. Then drove northward to the tallest living things. That's in the previous episode. Who knows what synchronicity brings? Too bad they've all passed. Though this was all in the past, it brings a lot to the present, a gift while we last. The ancestral DNA result grew from a tiny sempervering cone into the sudden quake. No one's fault that I need to own. Golden Gate to golden slumbers fills my eyes in trees of wonder. Think for myself whether wrong or right, hippie or straight-laced, is your family tight? Magical San Francisco Bay Tour. Hello, goodbye, du jour. Sierra and sea, gotta let it be, and carry that weight as they float downstream. Doing this makes it lighter on this long and winding road. I'm like a paperback writer, obla-di, obla-da, current mode. Good morning, yesterday's the night before. I'm only sleeping when I need a bit more. A day in the life shall never be a bore. Here and there and everywhere, all across the universe. Handle it with loving care while guitars gently weep, and hope that we can share, 'cause we all shine on, though it don't come easy. On this ticket to ride, look up to calico skies. All things must pass, so we're getting better all the time. Here comes the sun, the end is last. Within and without, I, me, mine. I can't hide, and tomorrow never knows what goes on in my life, whether it rains or shines. It's only a state of mind, but thanks for taking in this long, long, long rhyme. In there? No, just some important supplies. This reminds me of my loft at the Bayside Lofts in Humboldt. Cozy little place. Stairs are down there. Coffee's here, yum.
How about some ginger pie?
1, 2, 3, hit it, boys. I looked at a few recipes online, and this is kind of what I came up with. It's kind of a combination of them all, except for a little difference with the rum. Banana rum. Thought banana and ginger go nicely. We'll find out. Anyway, first thing we need to do is peel this ginger, then we're going to mince it, and then mix it with the rum while the butter is getting soft. Are you ready, peeler? Start peeling. It's going to be a 1/3 cup, so This might be enough. I have an extra one just in case. Ginger is so cleansing. It smells so good. Very cozy flavor. Good for motion sickness. Oh, I'm just recording. That's Genevieve. She's dyeing her hair. That was a little harsh on the hands, especially doing all the editing on this beautiful video. Let's see. So I'm supposed to get a third cup. It's not quite, so it looks like I gotta break into this piece a little bit. Take a little hand rest, and we'll see what happens. All right, I did that second batch left-handed. Give it a rest. Now we're gonna combine the ginger and the rum. And we're gonna set that aside for a little bit. Next, we are going to cream the sugar and the butter. I mean, the butter and the sugar. Sugar, sugar, butter, butter. I think I need protein. All right, the butter got soft pretty quickly on this summer solstice day. Happy solstice to you. And let's get on our way. And put some sugar in here. Oh, nice tone. I'll put about 1 or 2 of these in and get going with the mixer. See how it goes. Okay, I gotta get used to what is low and what is high. Such is life. I'm gonna just throw it all in there. Maybe it doesn't matter. Just added 2.5 tablespoons of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and what else did I add? I added one other thing. Oh, 3 eggs. So I'm gonna mix these, then I'm gonna add the cream, cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla, and the mix of rum and ginger, just gradually with each section. All right, hours later, because life is what happens when you're making other plans, to quote John Lennon, I'm gonna finally put this mix into the frozen uncooked pie crust. All right, we'll do that. And notice I covered it with foil around the edges so it doesn't burn. And just to get extra earthy, crunchy granola. Not gonna add granola, I'm gonna add organic chia seeds. Because, you know, why not? I don't have oat straw tea, but, you know, this will be kind of cool as a little crunchy topping, I think. A little extra protein, right? I've preheated the oven at 350 for a while. I'm gonna put it in for about 50 minutes and let it set, and we'll see what happens. Took the foil off, let it cook a little more. Looking really nice. Nice crunchy outer part. Inner part will take a while to solidify. Yummy. Oh, it smells so good. And good morning. Before I finish my coffee, I thought I'd have some ginger pie from last night. Let's see. Cool down. There we go. I'm probably going to put a little yogurt and honey on the side too. Why not? Okay. Sharp edge. And here we go. And there comes Miss Chalet.
Oh.
As I was saying, I'm cutting my first slice of ginger pie. And let's see how it goes. That's kind of stuck. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna break it away a little. There we go. Okay, lifting it out. Oh, the crust is a little sticky to it. Check that out. There it is up close. And of course, the blower starts next door. But I want to taste it. I want to finish this. So that is your soundtrack for the day. All right. Such is life. A little bit of this. Oh. All right. A little more. go. Okay, taste test time. Let's see. First, I'll have it by itself. Mmm. That's gingery, all right. Woo. But, oh, delicious. Pretty amazing. I'm like a Pac-Man, ready to eat. Eat more, more, more. Yum, 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 yum. So after I got over the gingery surprise, I was thinking for it to be less intense for people who are so inclined, you could sub out some of the ginger for maybe coconut or banana or both. But for me, it was a surprise, just like seeing Harold and Maude for the first time. A big surprise. But lots of life lessons.